Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Advice to Think Twice, and welcome to our weekend advice for the weekend of February 8th, 9th, and 10th, 2019. I apologize for yesterday. I went out with some family members and didn't really come home till very late, so I was absent. But everyone hopefully has had a nice day. So we're going to have a look at what the energies are for us during this time and what we need to know about them for our highest good. As always, keeping in mind you're looking at energy, so they will play out very differently for everyone. So let's see what is going on here. And I've had a very long and tiresome week. I kept trying to work on the bi-weeklies. It just didn't happen. I kept having to redo videos and I don't know what's going on. But this weekend I will definitely do the bi-weeklies for the second half of the month. I might do it in a way where I cover 3 weeks in the month and then we can get back on schedule starting March. And I'll still be doing the weekly and the weekly love video. Okay, hopefully I can keep that going. If you like it, if you enjoy it, as always, I'm just looking for your feedback. Okay, if you enjoy the weekly where you choose option 1, 2, or 3, or all of the above, where if you enjoy the love portion where we just do a weekly for singles, couples, and everything in between, okay, let me know, because I want to do videos, but I want to do videos that are helpful, you know, or enjoyable. Okay, so on to the cards for the weekend. Okay. And we can look at these cards as, because we're pulling 3 cards for weekends, and we can look at these cards as 1 card for each day that we're looking at for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, or we can look at them as the whole energy, which may play out at different times in the weekend. Okay, and again, this is the Marchetti Tarot deck. Let's see what we have. Interesting. So we have the 2 of Coins, doing a bit of a balancing act, the 5 of Wands, and the Knight of Swords. So right away, the first message that I'm getting is a balancing act between other people's goals or plans for us versus our own plans for ourselves during this time, and doing a bit of a balancing act in terms of having to prioritize, having to be flexible, but also just doing both, because we don't have to sacrifice one for the other. Okay, so I feel that that's just coming up as a highlight, as you don't have to sacrifice your personal goals for yourself at the weekend because of what other people might have planned for you, okay, whether they've told you this or not. So let's have a look. The 2 of Coins, again, balancing act, doing multiple things at the same time, keeping everything up in the air, you know, all the balls in the air. With this energy, it might be a particularly busy time. We may have, again, to balance different responsibilities, different roles, wear a lot of different hats at the weekend. For me, for example, the 2 of Coins is, obviously I'll be going up to my job tomorrow, and then at the weekend I'm doing my business, I'm doing this, okay, so it's just balancing both at the same time, and it talks about income as well. But it can be anything. This is also a reminder to find balance, to make sure we're not overdoing it, to make sure we're not overextending ourselves, or to make sure that we are not sacrificing too much of ourselves to try to keep everything up in the air. The Knight of Swords is very much a focused card. Okay, he's like a one track mind. He's a one-track mind type of individual. He doesn't care about too many details. He doesn't care about the big picture, or oh, it's complicated, or no, he's like, okay, I need to get from A to B. That's all he sees, that's all he cares about, and he gets from A to B. Doesn't care. about anything else, because that's how focused he is, and that's how much he prioritizes things, and that's how focused and committed he is. Okay? Of course, with the Five of Wands, not everyone's going to be happy with that, but not everyone needs to be happy with our decisions. It's us that needs to be happy with our decisions. Okay? I also feel like there might be, because there's a bit of a conflict energy here as well with the Five of Wands and the Knight of Swords, where it's coming up as, for some, this is someone else telling us, you're responsible for me, or you're supposed to do this, or you're supposed to help, or you're supposed to, you know, bail me out. You're supposed to pick up the pieces. Says who? Who says that we're supposed to do one thing or the other? It's our lives, our choices. And we are only supposed to do what we see fit, what we consider useful or helpful, or it's whatever we want. Okay? And not everyone needs to understand it or support it, and we don't need to explain ourselves. Okay? So don't be afraid to push back. Don't be afraid to set boundaries with that Knight of Swords. Be clear. We don't have to be rude. We don't have to be mean. We do have to be clear. We do have to be direct. And we have to be honest. Okay? And whoever likes it, likes it. Whoever doesn't, doesn't. That's their problem. It's not ours. Because with the Two of Pentacles, it definitely feels like it can be stressful. It can become stressful for us to keep everything together, to split ourselves in so many different ways. And that's where we have to think, okay, how many balls do we have in the air? First of all, how many of those are ours? Secondly, if it is about helping others or being there for others, how many of those balls in the air are talking about actually helping? And how many of them are talking about enabling? How many of them are people just placing responsibility on us that actually is theirs? We each are responsible for our own lives, our own decisions. We all need help at certain times in our lives, but we have to take responsibility. Okay? We need a break, and it's a beautiful thing to receive help, to receive support, while we calm down, while we pick ourselves back up, while we get ourselves back together. But then it's our responsibility to say thank you, I appreciate it, I'm okay now, I can get back in the ring. It's my fight to fight. Okay? So it's definitely about being grounded, honest, appreciating when we receive support, of course, but also just putting some boundaries in place where our help for others doesn't turn into just enabling and just carrying other people's burdens, because that really slows us down, and we never make everyone happy. No matter what we do, those people that are okay with other people carrying their burdens and their responsibilities, they're never happy, they're never grateful. Okay? Not really. If they were, if they understood what it means, they would take back those responsibilities, because they know that it's a burden and it's not ours to carry. So if you are dealing with such people, you're never going to make them happy, and they're never going to be fully appreciative, and they're never going to say, okay, thanks, that's enough, I can carry it from here. No, they're going to try to get away with as much as they can. They're going to milk every situation. They're going to play on your heartstrings or manipulate you to keep carrying their burdens, to keep taking care of their responsibilities. Gives them a break. Gives them time to do whatever. Okay? While we are stressing to keep our things in motion as well as theirs. Okay? And again, this is just about enabling versus helping. Okay? Let's see what else. We might be traveling a lot at the weekend. Things might be very, very fast-paced, and that's why they're reminding us of the importance of balance and finding time to meditate, okay? Finding time to breathe, to ground ourselves, okay? Because otherwise it can get stressful. We can feel under pressure. We can have sleepless nights. Who has time for sleepless nights at the weekend? You know what I mean? Before you know it, it'll be Monday and you have to carry on with things again. We're not going to have as much time to rest, okay, once we get back into that weekly routine. So travel, busy, 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 busy bee type of energy. And when we do find ourselves stressing and feeling like we can't breathe, like we can't move, feeling like we are being chased around, we cannot stop. Stop and look at things. Weigh them up. What is stressing? This, this, and this, and this, and this. How many of those things are actually mine to stress about? You know what I mean? And then being clear, being honest. Cutting some ties, putting down some boundaries, some ground rules. Even if it's, you know, not necessarily going and having a fight with someone, there's no reason for that. Although if we allow ourselves to get so worked up and under pressure, there might be a blow up or a blowout. But even if it's saying, I see what's happening, this is not right, this is not fair, I will not tolerate it, I will help you this month, and then next month you're on your own. Okay, so even if it's that kind of boundary, where you're not completely leaving someone out in the cold or throwing them out on their behind, just like that, overnight. Maybe you feel bad about that, maybe you feel guilty about that, we all do. It's never easy, tough love, but it is necessary. So even if it's saying, I'm still going to do this for you now, however, next time, it's on you because it's your thing to do, not mine. Tell me if you need help. If I can, I will, but it's not given. It's not a must. I'm not responsible for this. I'm not responsible to make time for your situations. If I can, I may. If I want to, I may. But don't rely on me more than you rely on yourself. Okay, so it's that kind of conversation. To avoid chaos, to avoid stress and anxiety because of other people. See? So many people there. And we have the sign of Leo there. Not to say the Leos are selfish, no. But it's me, me, me type of energy with these people. Okay? And just being pulled in a lot of different directions by people who are selfish, by people who are self-centered, narcissistic, victim mentality, where they put it all on you. Okay? To avoid this type of energy and situation, those faces are not happy faces. And remember, no matter if you are dealing with these types of people, unfortunately, no matter how much of yourself you give, they're still never happy. And it's still your fault, whatever happens. So, who's really carrying the burden and why? Is anyone getting the lesson that they're supposed to? No. Okay? So, do not sacrifice your peace of mind, especially during this weekend. Do not sacrifice your peace of mind. You deserve a break. You deserve to relax. And if this is what you have been dealing with already, just take a break. Ask for help. Okay? Ask for help for someone else to just keep things together while you take a breather. And you find your footing again. You find your balance, and then you can go back in the ring. Okay? Don't push yourself, and don't let other people push you. Peace, health, well-being, balance. That is key. That is crucial. Anything else can be fixed. Anything else can be recovered. Anything else can be worked out. But if we lose our health, we never really get it back to what it was, do we? And is it worth it? Whatever it is it really worth it? Okay, so that kind of thinking might be helpful for us during this time. Okay, so that's our energy for the weekend. Bit of intense energy here in messages, but I do feel I can see them resonate in my life, and I can use the guidance in my life, so hopefully you can as well. Hopefully you find it useful. All right, so thank you once again for all your wonderful support. Stay tuned for weeklies and for bi-weeklies. I'm certainly going to be busy at the weekend. Make that my priority. And remember, you have specials available, and all that about readings is below. So let's have a wonderful time ahead, a peaceful, balanced time, and I'll talk to you again very soon. Bye for now.